All right, it's Friday, so let's do a Friday flash feature. Today I've got the EBL 65W GaN charger. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and this is a Flash Friday feature. I have a lot of electronics, especially doing what I do. I've got cameras, I've got laptops, I've got lights, a lot of things that need to be charged and that I just don't have time to wait for often. I'm like, oh geez, I gotta get this thing charged up. You know, if you got production work to do, you've got to get your stuff charged fast. And that's where fast chargers come in. For example, if you've got a MacBook Pro, you've got that big charging block. It's a fast charger, it goes at 67 watts. But you know what? It's only got one output for it, so it's pretty much purpose driven, which is often fine because you want to get that one item charged up really quick, like a laptop. But what if you've got multiple devices, or if you're in kind of a group work situation where you need something that sits on the table everybody can plug into? Well, that is where something like this comes in. It's a 65W GaN charger, and GaN is a safe technology that charges faster. Now, I found this one on Amazon. Price is normally $49.99. It's on sale for $39.99, and then there's also, well, it's 20% off, and then there's another 20% off coupon that you can add to it, and when you do, it takes it down to $34, which is pretty much nearly what you'd pay for a good power strip. Like it says on their Amazon listing, 65W GaN charger, 2 AC outlets, 4 USB ports, multi-directional charging access. Like this example here, it can be used as a desk power strip, which helps keep things a little bit more tidy. And of course, 65W fast charging. But when it comes to these USB ports on here, it does kind of start to split the power, okay? So it's 65 watts max when you're talking about all of those plugs. So as it shows here, single port charging, if you're just using any one of those ports, well, the USB A2 is only 5 watts. That's just all it can output. USB A1, which is, you know, it's older technology, 30 watts. USB-C1 and USB-C2 are 65 watts, and AC is 1,625 watts. But when you start to divide it, like 2-port charging, you can see here that if you had USB-C1 and USB-C2, you'd get 45 watts on one and 20 watts on the other, which equals out to 65, and they further break it down on there if you want to see what it's all about on Amazon. And this graphic right here talks about the protections on it: short circuit protection, overload protection, over voltage protection, over current protection, over temperature protection, overcharge protection, fast charging, and stop while fully charged. I'm assuming that that means when the device that's plugged into it is fully charged, it will just stop that port from outputting. Here's a close-up look of the USB ports on here: USB-C1, USB-C2, USB-A2, and USB-A1. And then you've got 2 regular AC outlets, one on either side. The only thing that I don't see on this that I think they should have had on here is some kind of an indicator light, just letting you know that, yeah, it's activated when you plug it in. Maybe even they could have had this be right here, because it looks like it's like a different plastic. They could have made that light up or something around that. I don't know. I mean, it's not necessary. It's just a little thing that I just like to know when my stuff is actually active when I plug it in. Then again, you don't have one of those on the Apple charging block, and as soon as you plug something into this, well, you'll know if it's working, right? Now, I don't have the meters to put this on to check if the actual wattage coming out of this is at 65 watts and all of that, but I can tell you that it does charge my stuff as fast. Like, for example, if I plug my MacBook Pro into this directly, it charges it as fast as the charging block for the MacBook Pro. So this is 65 watts. I'm thinking it's doing its job. So if you have needs like me to charge your things up really fast, you might need something like this. It's really convenient. I do like the fact that it comes with a nice Velcro little wrap on it, so when you're done with it, you can wrap it back up, and you know, that's just a nice little touch. And the fact that it has one of these flat wall mounts, so the plug isn't sticking up. If you need to put it into, for example, if you're working on a desk, you don't want something sticking up and, you know, just pop right in, because a lot of times desks will have a power outlet on the top. But yeah, sometimes these Flash Friday features are for some of these small things that I use and you might be interested in using for yourself. And if you've been looking at GaN chargers like the ones from Anker and things like that, they can be $65 to $100. So that's a pretty good deal on this. 34 bucks shipped after your 20% offs. So far, it's working really well for me. I've had a laptop, a Insta360 camera, the remote from one of my electric skateboards, and they all charged up really fast. So that's pretty much what I was looking for. There we go. It's Friday. I wanted to keep this brief. I just wanted to share that with you. I figured it might be helpful to some of you. And I want to thank you so much for your support here in the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions are always very important. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. Your support means the world to me. This channel has been around since 2013. Hurricane. And for those of you that have been in here from the beginning, well, I appreciate you. And if you are just joining the channel, well, welcome. Be sure to check out some of my other content on here: electric skateboards, electric scooters, bikes, electric guitars, solar panels, solar power. You know, I'm a big geek, and anything that is technology, I'm like, ooh, let me see that. You might find something that you like in that other content. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.